Afternoon, everybody. This is Casey Van Bastelar with Orange Diamond coming back to you with another video going over fat burning. My first video went over your caloric intake for the day and how most people aren't actually meeting that requirement that they need. If you guys want to check that video out, it's pretty good. It's going to be on the channel. Anyways, today I'm going to be going over optimum fat burning when it comes to the workouts that you choose. So this isn't necessarily for performance. Athletes, if they're doing marathons, things like that, are going to want to train differently, basically to the strengths and the things they need to train on. But this is strictly for fat loss if you're trying to lose fat. So the argument is long, steady cardio versus high intensity interval training, which is known as HIIT or Tabatas. So long, steady cardio, that's basically hopping on a cycle, going on a treadmill, or just running outside. So I'm going to show you these two graphs. One's going over, again, long steady cardio, one over high intensity interval training and Tabatas. So you'll see on this side of the chart, you'll see a oxygen required, basic oxygen requirement, and then calories over time. Basically, long story short, when it comes to the distance, is both of these can meet the same calorie expenditure. So you can burn the same amount of calories doing both. One just requires more time. So when it comes to time, how long each of them take to burn, let's just say, 400 calories, 200 calories, whatever it is. So long steady cardio, yeah, you're going to burn that over time while you're working out. You're going to be burning a lot more calories over that time, but because you're going to be going longer, But when you're done, the EPOC, which is excess post-exercise oxygen, consumption, is going to be a lot less, and we go over that here in a second. While the high intensity interval training is going to burn the same amount of calories in a shorter amount of time of work, because the exercise itself is shorter, but the EPOC is longer. And this is why. So your body aerobically can only remove so many toxins, so many carbons, let's just say hydrogen ions at any given point in time, because it gets to a point where people start hyperventilating and you just can't remove it. So basically with aerobic long steady cardio, your body is able to match those toxins and remove them fast enough so your body doesn't become toxic and you die. So since your body's able to do that, basically this is the general adaptation to the exercise. This little kind of arch right here, and this spot right here is your body basically adapting to that oxygen. But that is basically oxygen left over carbons left over that haven't been dealt with during the exercise, because everything here in this box, your body was able to cope with all that, but then you have all this excess over here. So that still needs to be removed from the body. How does your body do it? It still uses oxygen, the oxygen right there, to remove the rest of those toxins. But since there wasn't that much over here, it doesn't take that long over here to get rid of them. All right, kind of Sesame Street style on that. So when you're looking at Tabatas, you're going to look that this is a lot higher. It's a little bit more messy. So basically, your body's only able to remove through breathing so many toxins at any given point in time. But once you pass that, that's your lactic threshold. That's when your body starts to burn. And I'll go over that here in a second. So yeah, basically what you'll see is the box over here is bigger, therefore it takes longer to get rid of it. So let's just say, over the course of an hour, this burned 200 calories. So you can basically have a shorter workout and burn the same amount of calories. But yeah, okay. So I'm going to go into this part right here. Why the rest of this box is here. So this brown line right here is going to be the lactate threshold. That's the moment your body moves from aerobic to anaerobic. That's saying that, hey, rather than your body using mitochondria and basically using oxygen to get rid of those toxins, your body starts to ferment everything and basically creates lactic acid. And that's combined of two things. That's lactate and hydrogen ions. So that lactate is basically put through the Cori cycle, which is your liver, and then reused through the whole system again to basically keep going. But those hydrogen ions are left there because your body can't use those. Those are the toxins, those are the carbons. So those hydrogen ions, those are acidic. That's the acid part of lactic acid, and that's what makes your body start to burn. But anyways, yeah, it's because, and those are the ones that get left over basically in this spot that your body has to get rid of through that time. At the top here is basically, there comes a time where even through fermentation, your body just can't, it doesn't want to do exercise anymore. And that's basically when that burning feeling goes from whatever muscle group that you're working, and it just feels like it's burning all over your body at that point in time. That's onset, that's OBLA, which is onset of blood lactic acid. And that's basically telling your body, it's like, hey, we're done, time to shut down. And that's when most people stop their workouts. So anyways, yeah, I just want to put that down there. So here's the thing, when you're looking at what's an asset, which one of these workouts view which is an asset, whether that's fat or muscle, you're going to be looking over here at long steady cardio. What a lot of people think is like, yeah, I'm burning fat. Actually, your body's going to want to hold on to that fat when you're doing long steady cardio. And here's why. Fat actually provides you the most ATP, which is the fuel source for your body during exercise. Fat allows you to have the most of that. It gives you the most for that, most bang for your buck. So what your body does, it goes, okay, fat is an asset because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be running. So therefore, I want to hold on to this fat storage, these fat stores, so I can basically nickel and dime away at these. And your body's just like, muscle, get rid of it. We want to be as light as possible so we can be as light and move as far, as fast as possible while still using fat as an asset. So we circle it here. Your body uses fat as an asset, so you're going to want to hold on to that. I'll just put a little arrow right there. Your body's going to want to hold on to fat when you're doing long, steady cardio. When it comes to high-intensity interval training, what your body does is it views muscle as an asset because your body goes, okay, we're going to have to move a lot of weight or do whatever exercise a lot over a short period of time. And the stronger I am, the more muscle I have, the quicker I'm able to do that. And so your body goes, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to view muscle right here as an asset. And here's the thing that really helps. It really helps with that is when you do high intensity interval training, once you hit this lactic threshold, that is when your body starts creating exercise-induced human growth hormone, HGH. People view that as kind of a taboo thing that people see in the industry, in the field, because they see a lot of athletes, if they get on HGH externally, they're out of the game. There's ways that your body makes that naturally. One of them is through lactate, the L, from the lactic threshold, from the lactic acid, the L. Lactate is the #1 stimulant for exercise-induced human growth hormone. So that's going to allow you to put on muscle. That's what your body uses to put on muscle. You don't hit that lactic threshold over here in long, steady cardio. Therefore, you don't build muscle. You just retain that fat. So when it comes over a long period of time, yeah, both of these can burn the same amount of calories during the exercise. But afterwards, this is where my favorite part comes in, is since your body puts on muscle and gets rid of fat here, for every 1 pound of muscle, let's put 1 with an arrow up, for every 1 pound of muscle you gain, your body burns approximately an extra 50 calories a day. So, and that's just at a resting rate. So let's say you put on 4 pounds of muscle, that is 200 calories a day that your body's burning extra. That's just in static. Let's say you're sitting at your desk at work, your body's going to be burning 200 calories more per day. So for bang for your buck, after the workout, you're going to burn the most fat through high intensity interval training in Tabata. For long steady cardio, if you want to burn the fat, you're going to have to run the entire time. You're going to have to run for hours. Even that being said, it's going to take so long for that to happen because your body's going to keep wanting to use that fat as an asset. That's why it takes them a long time to lose weight when all they're doing is being on the treadmill. And sometimes they feel like they never lose the weight, and that's why. So guys, try switching up your game. If you're still doing long, steady cardio, try doing high intensity interval trainings and Tabatas. If you guys would like to see videos on some Tabatas or high intensity interval training routines, go ahead and get with me. All right, guys, one last thing. Since I'm done with this, kind of covered this, I know it's the season. It's winter right now. People are getting sick, and it's snowing outside. People are trying to stay indoors. We have a lot of things in my store. I have CalMag D, basically help you keep from being depressed too much, get that vitamin D in you. And also I have Immunity Twist tubes. That's going to basically help your immune system. It's got a lot of vitamin C in there. It's really good for you. Taking it all the time here during this winter. So if you guys want to stay healthy, stay in the game, stay in the gym, make sure you're on something like that. If you guys want to look into that, go ahead and send me a direct message on the site. I'll go ahead and walk you through that. I have clients, not customers. So I like to help everybody individually. All right, guys, that's everything for tonight. Hope you guys have a happy holiday season, and I'll talk to you guys later.